Happy fall, y'all. Welcome back to We of More, where you and I, together, are discovering that we were made of more, by more, and for more. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much for supporting us during all this journey. Just give me one moment. Let's start this conversation with this. You are a beautiful human. And let's start talking about this month's topic, which is fall. To me, fall is my favorite season. I love the clothes, all the turtlenecks and comfy sweaters, all the awesome leggings. I love the colors. I love the fact that the leaves fall, because it reminds us that through every fall comes a new resurrection. I love that without fall, we can't have our winters, our springs, and even our summers. So, before we start on this month's topic, I just wanted to share some of the results of last month's challenges. So I'm proud to say that I've lost 14 pounds on my healthy eating journey, and I'm so excited to hear what you guys have overcome. I know that right now, apart from, of course, the amazing and exciting news of losing 14 pounds, I continue on this journey making life decisions that are better not only for me, but also for my family and for my friends. I'm so proud of myself, and I'm so proud to be a good steward of my resources and gifts that God has given me. So I want to hear your stories. I want to hear what you guys overcame last month and what you're expecting for this month. So, as I said before, this month's topic is going to be about fall. The F is going to be about forgiveness. Yeah. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Because forgiveness, it's not easy. The second, the A, is going to be about acceptance. And it's funny that my sister Mio will be back next week talking about acceptance. And that for her, I am sure, is a challenge. But all for more, it's going to be super powerful. And you guys don't want to miss it. The first L is going to be about learning. And then the second one is going to be about lessons. Speaking about falls, let's talk about our friend. Last month, we kind of spoke about him a little bit. And we kind of, throughout all his story, saw that he was blowing up his trust fund, his inheritance. And then he did reckless living. And we found him in a pig's pit. And we found him coming back to his father, wanting to return home. He kind of had a big fall. He fell so far down that to him, it's sometimes unforgivable to come back. There's a funny thing about forgiveness. It can't come into action without the fall. So let's read in Luke 15:20. And he arose and came to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and felt compassion, and ran to him and embraced him and kissed him. And the son said to his father, Father, I have sinned against you and against heaven. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father shouted at his servants, screamed at those that were surrounding them, Bring quickly the best robe, put it on him, put his ring on his hand, and his shoes on his feet, and bring that fattened calf and kill it. Come on, let us eat and celebrate. For this is my son who was dead and is alive again. He was lost and now he's found. And they all began to celebrate. What have been your falls? You know, Those moments in your life that you felt that you've lost everything. Let's take a pause and think about those. How many of you have felt unworthy in the midst of your circumstance? How many of you have felt that the consequences and the mistakes this time around have been too much? How many of you feel that it's too late? Not this time. This time there's no forgiveness. I've gone too far. I did the unexpected. Look at me. What I've done is unforgivable. I don't know where you are now. What phase, what season, what circumstance. What I do know with certainty is that love acts before forgiveness asks. Love acts. It comes into action before forgiveness has a chance to even ask. I know that very too well. We see this predicament within this story. Forgiveness liberates the soul. It removes fear, exposing your most powerful weapon, pure love. This love can be seen even by the blind. Through the eyes of forgiveness, you are seen for who you are and not what you did. There may be some mistakes that some of us can't even speak of. They're too shameful, too dark, too deep. But there's no mistake that Christ can't forgive. Alexander Pope said, "To err is human, to forgive, divine." In this story, we do not see only divine actions. We also see divine gifts. The gifts that I like to call the gifts of the forgiven. The robe. We see that his father automatically embraces him, kisses him, and requests to all the servants, put a robe on him. What falls in your life have made you feel naked? It's far too common that when we fall, we feel that we are in our most vulnerable state and that we're naked, exposed by our shame, so all can see. But what we wear is connected to our identity. Believe me, I've never underestimated the power of a red lipstick and red heels. And when I wear a scarf or my jacket or like a coat, I feel so different. I can only imagine that when that robe was placed on our friend, he also felt the difference. See, now I'm able to fit into my clothes differently, with pride, with a feeling that is so grand, knowing that I own these clothes, that they're very familiar to me, and it's like they're hugging me. That's the thing. The robe was something that he could feel. It was tangible. That's the first gift of forgiveness. You'll feel it. The ring. The ring in his hand represented the pact. See, a ring is a circle. It's unbreakable. It goes on and on and on and on. It's in this immense loop. It was a bond It represented the authority and the position to remind him who he was. You're royalty, baby. Never forget it. Recently, one of my friends, my dear friends, got engaged, and this expression on her face to now have this ring on her finger was priceless. It's not so much the ring, but what it represents. It represents the sense of belonging to this amazing loved one. It represents that as you fell, there's still hope. There's still someone that looks at you and knows that you are worthy of carrying this ring. The shoes. Come on, you guys. You know how you feel when you put on a new pair of shoes. You start singing like Shania, "These boots were made for walking." And now, of course, she was going to walk all over him. But we're going to walk all over that fall. Or the pieces of what that fall left behind. The shoes were to remind him that now came a new path. A new way of walking. My son. My daughter. Of walking in the newness of God. And what was he getting his son ready for? The party. The celebration. Because it is a celebration when you walk out of a fall. You embrace forgiveness. You become alive. His father showed him inside that he was a new him. He discovered a new way to see himself. And he saw the best version of himself. And that was his resurrection. Can you feel it? No, really, can you feel it? He's walking. Waiting just for you. With arms wide open. Ready to embrace you. Kiss you. Clothe you. Show you that this is just the beginning. He's telling you, gather your mistakes. Come on. Rinse them with honesty and self-reflection, as my friend Francisco would say. Let them dry until you see every choice, and that regret becomes brittle. Cover the entire surface of them in forgiveness. Remind yourself that you are human, and that God's love, wrapped in forgiveness, is a gift, and then you are too. Thank you so much for watching. I encourage you to forgive yourself. Give yourself that first initial gift. For God loved you so much that He gave you a gift. He forgave all of your sins, all of your mistakes, all of your ups, all of your downs. He embraced you and made you look in the mirror into the amazing person that He has made you. Don't forget to like us, subscribe, leave your comments on what forgiveness has done in your life. On all our social media platforms. On Facebook, right here on YouTube. Be sure to catch us during the week on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We love you guys. And be ready. For God has more for you. More love. More passion. More forgiveness. Just more. Good night.